The SAR alarm went off. We all mustered in flight control. From that point, there was the report of one man seriously injured, or one individual seriously injured on a sailboat 350 plus miles offshore.
We were told that one was critically injured, possible spinal fracture due to a almost near rollover of the sailing vessel in heavy seas, and that there was significant damage to the vessel and they were taken on water.
When we determined the vessel was nearly 400 miles from our location, we knew that we could not make it that far, have time on scene to hoist them and come back safely.
We started calculating the position and fuel loads and realized that the location of the vessel was about 400 miles offshore and exceeded the range of the H-60 helicopter without a offshore fueling platform.
Some planning started taking place with operations in the U.S. Naval Fleet and determined that there was a naval vessel in the vicinity, the USS Eisenhower.
We were able to pick up the USS Eisenhower roughly 175 miles out along our straight track to the sailing vessel. And we took on more fuel and a flight surgeon at that time to assist with the evaluation of the survivors when we got out on scene.
Well, once we got on scene, the vessel was definitely in distress. There were three persons on board.
The seas were a confused state, more like what you would see in your washing machine, coming from every direction. And the sailboat, turns out, was not demasted. It still had its 75 to 80 foot mast still intact.
At that time, it really wasn't looking like they were going to be able to put me on board the sailing vessel. So the idea was for me to be deployed to the water, swim to the vessel, and then see if we could do trail line delivery of the litter.
After multiple attempts, myself and the aircraft commander deemed it not safe. And we retrieved the litter back into the cabin, retrieved the trail line, and started coming up with what our contingency plan was going to be.
When he first jumped off the boat and received the first survivor, he immediately started drifting down swell to the sea state and the currents, probably close to half a mile within just a matter of minutes.
One was suffering from severe back injury, but it wasn't as severe as what we were expecting, so there was kind of relief. The other two were banged up, minor cuts and bruises, cold, hungry, and ready to get out of there.
So then I just started briefing the crew. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to get into the water. One person is going to get into the water right after me. I'm going to swim out and away. The helicopter is going to come in. I'm going to put you in a basket. You're going to keep your hands and legs inside the basket all the time. Follow the direction of the flight mech once you get inside. Back and forth we'll go until everybody's taken care of.
The flight surgeon that we had taken on off the USS Eisenhower assessed the patients. She determined that one had internal injuries, but none of the injuries were severe enough where we would have to leave any of the patients on the USS Eisenhower, that had a full medical staff, surgical staff standing by, and that we should not have any problems taking the patients back to the mainland.
You can never put a price on a life. Being able to, at times I truly believe we've given people a second chance.
When we complete any mission where we save lives and reunite members with their family, there's always a euphoria that sets into the crew. You know, you get out of the plane, you give each other high fives, a couple hugs now and then. There's probably no better feeling in the world to describe it.
It's more than just saving somebody's life, it's making a difference in somebody's life. You're not just saving their life, you're helping their family out.
Please welcome tonight's awardees from Air Station Elizabeth City: Lieutenant Anthony DeWinter, Lieutenant Thomas Huntley, AST-1 Edwin Hanna, and AET-2 Brandon Critchfield.